Well, happy anniversary, Howard. It's been absolutely fantastic where you've taken the state. It's been a great adventure and a joy and very productive to work with the state and see where we're going, and the Miami chapter as it goes forward as part of what you're building here. So don't retire.
Happy anniversary, Howard, and thanks for all your support with the drug policy.
Howard, congratulations on your 10th year. You know, we both started in some leadership roles in the ACLU, me with Miami and you with the state office. And what I loved most was seeing somebody as proactive in terms of the camera as you. I had never seen anybody be able to sniff a TV interview within 100 miles. You'd be the first one on it. I really appreciate that. I learned a lot from you on that, and I want to thank you on that. No, but really, thank you for everything you've done in terms of civil liberties for the people of the state of Florida. You've been a wonderful executive director, and I'm glad to count you as a friend.
Tranquilo. Por favor, sí. Howard. Can it really be 10 years that you've been here? Can a boy from Detroit really come to South Florida and make good? The answer is yes. You've done a great job. I admire so many of the projects that you have taken on in the decade that you've been here, Howard, and it has been really a privilege for me to report on some of those stories and also get to know you personally. I did once call you at a dinner a nudge, and I think that you kind of resented that. Please don't, Howard. I love you.
I met Howard starting here as an intern and noticed that he's very busy. I've never seen Howard once sitting longer than 2 hours. He was always on the go. But as far as him being an executive director, he always was so personable that he never made you think that he was not accessible or that you couldn't talk to him. I brought my kids into the office, and for about 3 years straight, Howard kept asking my daughter if she wanted a cat, and she would always bother me and ask me when she was getting her cat from Howard. And I think after a while he stopped bothering us because I was like, no, you don't want a cat. There are just so many great stories. Being here for 7 years and seeing the organization evolve and how Howard has spearheaded everything has made me really have a great appreciation for working here, and I love having an executive director who is awesome.
Hi Howard, happy 10th anniversary and congratulations. Thank you for making this an empire. This is the ACLU of Florida empire. It's a privilege working for you. I've learned a lot from you. I really admire your dedication and commitment to the ACLU and to the civil liberties. Thank you so much.
Happy anniversary from the Development Department! Woo! Happy anniversary from the Development Department! Happy anniversary from the Development Department!
That's the one.
I've been working with Howard for 7 years now. When I first started back in 2000, we were in a small office with 7 employees. Now, 7 years later, we've got a staff of nearly 40 offices all over the state, all due to Howard's stewardship and hard work for a never-ending fight for civil liberties in the state of Florida. In the words of an outdated beer commercial, "We love you, man!" And Howard, I hope you like my new office.
A not so happy thing last summer in August. We were starting a vacation. I was picking him up at the Detroit Metropolitan Airport, and he had his briefcase stolen. He was getting his luggage off the conveyor belt and took his eye off his briefcase, and it was stolen. And he was absolutely hysterical. Came running out. My luggage has been stolen. My luggage has been stolen. He recovered his passport and his checkbook, which was in his briefcase, but most important to him was he didn't have his work as of that moment. And he was saying, what am I going to do for 2 weeks without my work? Oh my God, oh my God. And finally he recovered that as well, and they recovered the whole briefcase, some of his cash Canadian money was missing. But then he was upset because he didn't have the Sunday New York Times, so we had to drive all around downtown Detroit on a Sunday evening looking for a New York Times, and needless to say, there was none available. So he had to go without.
So what was your first impression of Howard?
The same impression I have today. He was, and still is, I think, very, very smart. I was always, when I first met him, and even before we really became an item, I guess you could say, I was impressed with how intelligent he is.